moving too fast to hear God. You're grinding so loud that your soul does not have a chance to get a word in. Stillness is not weakness, it's where transformation actually begins. If you keep outrunning yourself, you'll never become who the f you were meant to be. And so as you're trying to understand what's going on, because in this crazy ass fucking chaotic world, I want you to understand that there's a lot of fucking moving parts. And all these gurus and all these red pill folk and all these men that are trying to spew out or project onto you their own insecurities are giving you the wrong information. Like I tell you all the time, do not listen to me just to listen and then act on what I tell you. What I'm saying should just open or resonate in you, and if it tells you to do something from there, then do it, but it needs to be right for you and the timing that you're on. So I want you to first understand that stillness is not weakness. All of us, all in this fucking grind community, in this grind society, in this society where fucking men are women and women are men and everything's upside down and sideways and all sorts of fuckery is going on. I want you to stop moving for 2 seconds just to try to keep up with the Joneses or push away the narrative. Sometimes you must sit still, because the real stillness activates your self-awareness, and there are going to be days where all you need to do is shut the fuck up, stop moving, turn off the internet, and open up your heart and your soul and your mind to hear and download the information being given to you. But if you continue this fast pace, trying to keep up with everybody and their fuckery, you're not going to get the message that you need for yourself. Stillness is one of the most powerful things a man can do because it allows you to absorb the energy from around you, absorb the understanding of the environment, and get the daily downloads so that you understand what your next move should be. You're playing a frequency game, an energy game. You got 5G towers emitting all sorts of EMF frequencies on you that can alter the way you think, things that you hear, the way that you move. Your emotions, like we said before, your thoughts create an emotion, your emotion create action, action create your reality. If you do not get control of the thoughts because you continue to try to move, you're going to create emotions that are not for you, which then will garnish actions that will make a reality that you never desired to be in. Stop fucking moving. So I want you to think about right now, you're looking for a breakthrough. I know you're looking for one. You're looking for a breakthrough. But you know where you find your breakthrough? You find your breakthrough in solitude, in moments of silence, in moments where you can hear yourself truly. If you speak to yourself in your brain, right? I want you to say something to yourself in your brain. Say hi. Now say it out loud. Now say it in your mind. Listen for that voice right there. The true resonating voice that says, okay, I am here, and it will guide you and tell you. It's the same shit when you're in a weird position or in a new environment, you get a gut feeling that you shouldn't be there, and something tells you to leave and you leave. It's that voice you need to tune into, and the only way you can clutter out the noise is by getting in solitude. Get into your solitude, because that is exactly where your next move and the next operation will be. You have to be able to hear what the instructions are for where you should go. You can't just live this life going with the fucking wind and then expecting your reality to be whatever the fuck you want it to be. They need to be intentional. Every step needs to be intentional. Do not fall into the fucking dream that life just is given to you and everything will just be brought to you at some point in time. Fuck that. You need to stay in solitude long enough for your soul to connect with you and tell you exactly what your next move should be, and then from there you operate. This is a game of stillness. This is a game of listening. Sometimes you don't need to grind at all, and everything that you know from your inside will tell you exactly what your next move should be, but the only way you can hear that is if you block out all the noise. Solitude will introduce you to the person that you're trying to become. Allow it. This now brings you to a place of depth. Depth equals direction. The more depth you have, the more direction you have. The man that is sporadic and jumps at every opportunity is going to end up nowhere. The man who acts with his depth and makes his actions upon the depth that he understands himself moves with precision. And the more you can be precise, the better you are in the reality that you're trying to be to have. Think about it. If you're spraying, basically, you're spraying your energy. I want you to understand everything that you touch and everywhere you go and the people that you speak with, the things that you do, your hobbies, everything you do emits an energy off of you. And so a lot of you are jumping at all of these opportunities, but they're really distractions wrapped up in opportunities. So you run over there. You've realized it's a distraction. Say 3 months have gone by. You realize that was a distraction. You come back to center. You hear yourself again. But then another shiny opportunity pops up. You go over there again. You spend another 6 months over there. Then come back to solitude. Realize that was an opportunity. Go again. Oh shit! Now you're gone for a year. Then you come back to your solitude. Then you go one more time because that looks like the perfect opportunity to fill the void of the 3 that just passed. And you're gone for 10, 20 years in a distraction-filled life that you did not choose because you were trying to sporadically spray all of your energy at all the opportunities that popped up in your life that were not aligned with who you are and where you're supposed to be and where you're going. I need you to slow the fuck down, stop moving, and hear yourself. You have to operate from a place of depth to get the direction that you're supposed to be in. Precision. This is a game of precision, calculation, risk. Do not think that every opportunity is just going to be your end all be all, because as a man, you're going to go through hardship all the fucking time. The second you get into the next breakthrough, you're going to realize there are a lot of other hurdles that come with this breakthrough. But it makes it easier when you're being fulfilled. Your soul finds joy, right? This is not about happiness. This is about fulfillment. Are you doing the things that fulfill your soul to make you feel like you have a purpose? If the answer is no, you're on the wrong path. Sorry to break it to you. So you need to stop moving, hear yourself, get the inner clarity, and then make a precise decision on where you're going based upon what your soul tells you should be doing. And I'm gonna give you a short story time. When I was stacking bottles on a shelf 3 years ago, 2022, I was literally in Coke Stiff, putting up fucking bottles on a shelf, telling myself, yep, you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it, you're gonna make it. While also rebelling against the very shirt that they were telling me to put on, which was the Coke shirt, because I said I wasn't a part of that. It hit it hit a part of my emotion that I didn't really like, and my ego told me, you're too good to be wearing a fucking Coke shirt. Why the fuck are you doing this? But I'm saying, yep, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. Until I realized that was getting me nowhere. 8 months went by, I realized, oh fuck, why am I still here? Maybe, just maybe, if you accepted the position you were in your current reality, stop moving against where you are, and then got the download of where you should be going next, maybe, just maybe, it might work out. So I still kept the idea of, yes, you're gonna make it, your time is coming, dude, stop, keep doing what you're doing, but I took on the role that I was supposed to be in without claiming it. My soul wasn't there, but that's where I was, right? So I can't fight my current position because the current position you're in is always what you need to be in to get to the next level. If I didn't have Coke, I couldn't be here today. I wouldn't have the understanding, the depth I have. So I had to stop moving in this rebellious way that I understood was always going to work for me and stay still, accept my reality, but just don't claim it as your identity. It's not who you are. Just because you're doing something you don't want to do and you know that you're meant for more doesn't mean you need to move against your current position. You might fuck up your current position that was about to lead you to your breakthrough, but because you kept trying to get this hustle and this grind and this get out of the current reality that you're in, you might fuck up your breakthrough and end up in a 10-year span of doing fuckery because of that rebellious spirit. Stay still, hear the download of what you need to do, and then operate with precision. The second I stopped moving against Coca-Cola and took on the role of, yes, I am putting up a shelf, but the shelf do not make the man, I got what I wanted. Very quickly thereafter. I was only at Coke for 15 months. First 8 months, I'm rebelling. The next 7, I actually was working. And then the last 28 days, 10x my income. Stay still. The world is in panic. The man that you need to be requires you to let go of your emotions that the world is trying to pressure you to feel, then make you act upon them, so then you fuck up your current position or the breakthrough that will take you to a different spot that will give the world the gifts that you were meant to give it. So stop listening to your emotions that the world is pressuring you to feel. You must detach from your position, but still operate within your position. That is what real strong men do. The clones react to every feeling, every thought, put action to those feelings and those thoughts, and then they end up continuing the perpetual pendulum swing of this fucking system that we all are trying to fight and get out of. Stay still. And so what does that mean? You need to flow. Give yourself grace. You have to give yourself grace. Red pill community, masculine men, primal men, grind, 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 grind. The second you're not grinding, but I want you to think about this. The second you're not grinding, you're going to allow yourself to get into a guilty mindset, a shameful mindset, because you're not grinding, which will then bring down your energy force, which will inevitably keep you stuck. So you must give yourself grace as you're going through this transformation period where you need your stillness. Stop moving. The second you stop moving, the quicker you will realize that yes, while I am still transforming, this is a part of the transformation to get to the breakthrough. You don't need to grind when you understand that the stillness will provide you the next direction. Do not listen to the noise of the panic mind people who are not giving you the truth of what resonates with you. You just do it out of ego. You hear them talk about grind, grind, grind. You hear them talk about you should do this. You want to be like them because they put themselves on a pedestal compared to you so that you feel better about following them. And then everything they tell you is then taken as law. You have to get rid of that ideology and realize that stillness will allow you to see the bullshit and the fucking fallacies that they're telling you. Stop listening to bullshit, as it will continue to perpetuate the very reality you're trying to fight. Give yourself grace as you may need it. No one's perfect. I am learning that as well. You need to give yourself grace even as the masculine man who has a mission. And although you may understand where you're going, you still need stillness to hear your next move. We all need it. Give yourself grace as you operate in this moment of transformation into the person that you're becoming. And so I want you to also now note that when you're in your stillness, there are going to be a lot of things you're going to have to confront. You're going to have to confront yourself. Yourself is probably the first thing you're going to have to confront, is the fact that you're going to not be moving. So now that you're not moving, the reality that you're living is going to now smack you in your face. Who are you? Who are these thoughts that keep popping in your brain? Why do I feel this way because of whatever trauma-filled people are around me? Why do I continue to feel this way on the weekend? Why do I feel like I need to grind? Who am I following that's implanting these thoughts in my brain? All of these things will compound and compound and compound that you've hid under the rug, and now that you're still will now fight you, because now you're realizing that the life that you're living may be a combination of all of these people, and the reality that you live with, the society that you live in, are giving you all these pressures in your mind that you can't even hear yourself. And now that you're still, you can finally get a chance to hear yourself, but you've stacked and compounded so much shit on top of you that you're going to hear all this negativity and all these emotions that are forcing you or making you want to act while still. You need to find yourself and continue to shed off the fuckery. And the better you get at it, the quicker you will find yourself. Find that voice. Find the thing that resonates with you most. I'm not saying all of the things that you're hearing are bad for you, but if you're compounding all of these different identities that are not aligned with who you are supposed to be, you will never get there and always feel the way you feel. In the moment of silence, in the time period that you need to be quiet and shut the fuck up, sit down and assess, are all of these identities that I thought were mine truly mine? And I bet you 10 times out of 10, you're not going, or 9 times out of 10, you're going to find that a lot of those identities were just thrown on top of you and you took them as law because you didn't understand your own voice. Take the time to shed away from those layers. If you don't, those things will rule you. They will rule over you. They will dictate your thoughts, like we said a second ago. Your thoughts will then dictate your emotions. Those emotions will turn into actions, and you will go in this perpetuating cycle and this quantum loop of the very thing that you've been trying to get out of for however many years. I get your struggle. I get your desire to move. I get your desire to get out of hardship, but the hardship is building the truth within you. Stay still. And now I'm not a fucking proponent of telling you all these things to do, but don't give you a solution to your problem. I want you to at least challenge yourself to be quiet and sit in silence for at least 10 minutes a day. No phone, no music, no dopamine whatsoever. And sometimes maybe don't even eat. Fast until noon. Maybe eat fruit, drink water. but do not put anything that will disturb yourself. You know your gut requires dopamine too. Food is just a dopamine hit. You feel hungry, you give your stomach food, and now you feel good. No dopamine. Water, fruit, silence. 10 minutes a day to start. You will realize that a lot of the things that we just discussed will be popping in your head. Stay quiet and don't fucking move. Do not accept the thoughts because the thoughts are not you. Assess yourself and move with precision. If you can't master stillness, you'll never master transformation. Kings do not build in chaos. They build in solitude. And that is the one place the world is feared to go. You don't want to be silent. And if that did not resonate with you, argue with your mom.
Boy, Mr. Brown.